Hi everyone, welcome back to the Workplace Wizards. We are so glad that you're here today because we have a brand new system that we just put out. It's called the Perpetual Inventory Variance System. What you're looking right here is the introductional part of the page. It just gives you a little bit of information about what the system can do for you. We added a new feature to the system. This is the home page. You can access the whole system from here. What we're going to do is we're just going to go through some of these tabs here and talk a little bit about them so you can get a little more familiar. Instructions page, basically all this is just telling you how to use the system, how to open up a spreadsheet, how to save the spreadsheet. A lot of good information. I advise you to read that before using the system. All right, well, let's talk about the waste sheet and discount printout. All you got to do is print this out and post it in your service area and in your area where your kitchen is. And every time that somebody has a product that we had an issue with, whether it was a customer a return or a server error or cook error, let's get this information in here, because what's going to happen is when they do the inventory, it'll be easier to kind of look at it and determine how much of this is a training issue and how much is an incompetence issue. All right, so let's go ahead back again and let's touch base with the inventory information. Just a little bit of information to give you on the inventory and what you could be losing. For instance, French fries. Just read it. It's very informational. All right, let's go to action plan. This is basically going to be, and after you do your perpetual inventory, you have picked top five items on there that you want to have your crew focus on. Put them in there, put the product name, the difference, the dollar amount that's off the sheet, the item itself, person responsible, and target date. And you can do more than one. You can do as many as you want. Post this information in your kitchen, in your service area. Let them look at it, but as you do your pre-ship meetings, talk about it. So that way you can go ahead and fix the problem. For instance, if it's batch fried, it's French fries, and you lost a considerable amount of that, you want the action plan. You want to put in there no batch cooking during off-peak time. Absolutely not. That should be per order. And if it's going to be batch cooking during peak time, then smaller the better. For instance, if they're going to look at it, it looks like 4 orders of fries. Estimate the 4 orders by hand counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of pouring the bag in there. All right, so let's go ahead back to home again. Let's talk a little bit about the product list. Good sheet right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in here what your items are. All right, so once you put these items in here, this is the main list that you're going to go by setting it up. Just your perpetual inventory, either your top 5 or top 10. You'll go back to your home page, and we're going to actually go here first. And there it is. You got the red burgers and you got the buffalo burgers. It's only going to have the first 2 in there. All right, so go back to day 1. Basically, here's how you're going to use the system. You got your beginning inventory, 6. You got your ending inventory, 1. Beginning portions, it's 151. Your case count, and your portion purchase. Now, basically, this is going to be all on what you input in the system over here. It's going to figure out your portions for you. All right. Case purchases, if you purchase 2 cases. Portions purchased, if it's in portion, put it in portion. Purchase portion count, it's going to be at 66. Ending inventory count, let's say you have 2 cases left. You have ending portion count, you got 1 cases left. Your ending portions are at 51. Your portions sold, 48. Now you can get this information right there off your register. It's going to tell you how many items you sold on a particular shift, and just do the breakdown and get it in there. Total portions, it's at 66. Ideal portion count, 48. Difference is 118 dollar-wise, rather 118 each. And then you got your $141.60 you're off by. Now we did a smaller one right here where it's going to give you the difference of 13 each, and you're off by only $6.93. The target is what you're trying to do is get as tight as possible to 0. And that's what you're looking for. So this is a very important area right here. You can post this certainly in your kitchen and let them know, but that's what the action plan for is, and that's how you're going to use that. All right, so let's go ahead back to the calendar. I'll show you a neat little thing here. It's 2013 right here. Basically, you got your issues right here. Now, if you want to go back to 2012, you can go here. If you want to go to 2014, you can go here, just to keep up with the dates. That's all that is. All right, let's head back to the home page. Count printout, which is right here. You can print this out and put it on a clipboard and do your counts. That's all you're doing. And your month at a glance, of course, it's going to give you a month at a glance. All this information is protected. You don't even have to do anything on there. It comes from other pages, so it populates from the various other pages, and then it puts it right here. Just information. It's a good system. I advise you to go ahead and start using it. Don't mistake this for a regular weekly or a monthly inventory. This is basically after you do your inventory and you have kind of an idea what items are missing or stolen. All right, so usually what you're going to do is your top 5 or your top 10 are going to be your most expensive and the items that are accessible for people to grab and steal. Now, just so you know, that this is not just all about stealing. You know, it could be a server error, it could be a cook error, it may even be a customer complaint where you do remakes. All right, so you got to take those into hand, and that's why you use the waste sheet to monitor. You can tell where all your mistakes are coming from, with the exception of theft. All right, and the best way to do this system is when you get in the morning, if you suspect, if you actually you should just make it a practice. You should do it every day. It takes 5 minutes to do. It keeps people honest, but it also lets you know right there if you're going to be missing something. So if you're coming in the morning, just before you open for business, then what you're going to do is you're going to do your counts. At the end of the shift, just before the changeover occurs, you're going to do a count right there, and you're going to look at the difference. If there's no variances or very little, then you're safe. But if there's a huge variance and it's a negative, it's in the red, then you know it's coming from that shift. All right, so at this point right now, you don't want to make accusations. So what you want to do is continue doing the perpetual inventory for the week. And that way you can kind of pinpoint as to where your problems are and who they might be. All right, so I hope that you enjoy this system. If you got any questions, you can reach us at the workplacewizards@gmail.com, or you can call us at 1-800-753-0657. And our local number is 717-774-3698. Thanks, folks. Have a great